What up, though? And welcome to Not What I Ordered with T-Barb. That's me. The lies were sold and the truth we're living. And we're going to get into it and talk about it today. And we have some amazing guests. I would like to introduce you to our panel. Let's start with my homegirl, Camielle Waters in the building.
What's up, T-Barbara?
Camielle Waters is an accomplished comedian, mom, and D4C that recently relocated to LA and is one of LA's up-and-coming rising stars.
Yes.
And then next to her is one that's already official. I want y'all to give it up for Ron G in the building. Ron G is an Emmy Award winner. Okay, I'm talking about winner, not nominated. He's also the host of one of the most, well, I was trying to look for a good word, but I'm going to keep it regular. One of the hottest, littest nights in Cali with chocolate sundaes. And he's also one of the microphone masters with his own 1 hour.
Let's go.
What up,
Let's go.
Ryan
What up?
G?
How you doing, friend? Why she say divorcee like that? Divorcee.
Stamp. Put
Said
it
all
on
the
my sweater.
syllables.
Put it on my sweater.
Divorcee.
No.
When you ain't never been married, I'm just saying, to me, that's a little honor.
It's a badge of freedom.
And today we're going to talk about relationships. Let's talk about
Where that picture from? I ain't got no facial hair.
You sure don't.
I was chubby in that. That's when I was on set.
The young gunner.
Ryan G, that's what's on.
I got my mama cheekbones on that one. That's hilarious. Okay, go ahead. Sorry. Don't listen to me.
It's like nothing wrong with that. So we found some good pictures. You know, a lot of people want to live back then. You know, you the only one that you look good.
That's craft services right there.
I'm talking about,
Them
but you
cheekbone?
got hard work hard, success. I got evicted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Divorcee. Divorcee.
Good Lord.
Divorcee.
Divorcee.
Evicted. She
She'll claim the
outside.
fame.
She
Yeah.
out.
Evicted divorcee. Emmy winner. All right. Sorry.
Look at them. I'm new to this. I'm trying to get to some
You got it.
But let's see what our guests are about. Let's catch some clips of you guys.
Ooh.
Like broke dudes don't take suggestions. He was like, ladies, broke dudes don't take suggestions. If he takes suggestions, that means he got a little change. It might not be a lot, but he got enough to take you out. She'd be like, it's nice outside. I think we should go out and do something. He'd be like, what you want to do? You see that? You see the eyebrows up? What you want to do? That means he got a little change. He open to suggestions. Broke dudes tell y'all what y'all gonna do. Hey, it's nice outside. We should go out and do something. Hey. You wanna go feed the ducks? Let's go feed the ducks. I seen some in the Ralph's parking lot. We could just go get a little box of crackers or some bread and go to the Ralph's parking lot and feed the ducks.
That's hilarious.
Right.
That's hilarious.
So that kicks off into the topic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is relationships and dating. So I'm going to ask y'all a question first. What is
Men are always wrong. That's all that matters.
Before we
Comment section. Men are always wrong.
Write that down. Write that down.
Dudes, right? But let me say this. What's the worst lie you've ever told to get out of a relationship?
Lie to get out of a relationship? Yes. Oh, I'm a monster. I'm getting out. I don't lie. I'm not lying. Sir, no, I'm done. That is one thing I learned. I will leave now. I will just leave.
You believe so? You've never lied at all to get out of a relationship? Get out of a situationship, because sometimes it ain't relationship.
Oh yeah, I think I've lied to get out of. I think I've lied to get out of a date. I just be like, oh my gosh, work is crazy. Usually just blame it on work, and then
you don't lie.
Right,
it was no death.
Yeah,
work is crazy.
Right, work is crazy.
You know, most people been arrested. They grandma sick. You know, you
Again.
So one time, my friend had lied and said her grandma passed. Then she used the same lie again. Here go my homeboy. Your grandma died again.
The other side.
This was like a grandma. She kind of raised me.
Right.
Ron, have you ever told a lie to get out of a relationship?
I have, but you said dating?
Yeah.
Because dating is a loose term. Like talking or dating. Because dating is like, that's a full commitment. So if I see something I don't like one time I was on a date with this girl and it was at a comedy club. And I was like, you want a drink or something? And she wanted getting 4 glasses of wine. I was like, I could have got a bottle, right? She was like, you calling me an alcoholic? Is that what you saying? I'm like, ma'am, you got 4 glasses of wine when I could have just bought you a bottle. And I was like, yeah, she an alcoholic.
Yeah.
And I stopped calling. I stopped calling. I was like, I'm not doing this. My dad an alcoholic. I'm not going back to my childhood. I'm not going to date my childhood. We're not doing that.
Date nobody to drink the hooch. You know what I mean?
But even on a date, I feel like you should do stuff in modesty if you're on a date, especially on the first time. It's our first time.
First date,
and
4
you at my
glasses?
job.
Crazy.
Yeah, we started arguing in the car too. I was like, because people that drunk, they don't take inbound calls. It's like you, and I'm like, I'm not doing this. I'm not.
Which, you know what? But that leads back to the clip about pricing and things like that, right?
Men are wrong.
And so we've had
Whatever it is.
I'm into this segment right now.
We'll go back to that tagline when men are actually wrong. I'll look at you and I need you to repeat that.
I'm a round of applause.
But
I like
we
it.
know right now, it's hard to meet people things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So there have been this poll about what's appropriate to go out and eat versus what not. So you've heard that the Cheesecake Factory and Red Lobster are no longer acceptable dates. And since you brought up being reasonable, are those great places to go for first dates?
I think all that depends on if she like you or not.
Right.
Just bottom line. When women like you, they want to be in your space and spend time with you. When they don't like you, they charge you tax, tips, and gratuity on every date. And basically the guys who they should date, they get charged for the sins of the guy who hurt their feelings. And it's not fair. And we live in a time too where I feel like most time y'all don't want love. Y'all want somebody to finance your lifestyle.
Okay, listen.
Not all. I'm going to start by saying not all, but some.
Hold on.
It's more about lifestyle. All men are wrong.
Okay, are we going to agree with that?
All men are wrong.
We're not going to go with y'all.
Men are trash. We wrong.
And the reason I'm going to step on that and say that is that as a woman, a lot of times, and I can never say how a man feels. All I can say is from my own experiences, right? You hear a lot of men, I want a woman that has her own, that's independent, that's doing things. Then we show up and it's like, maybe she's making more than me. Maybe she's dimming my light. And I've seen it a bunch of times.
Are these words being said, or you're saying this is the energy you get?
And of course, the energy never lies. I mean, a lot of times you can make it seem like you don't want to read the energy, but we all know. And I'm not saying that we haven't been misguided, but
in what phase is this? This is a hello. I'm pushing back too. At hello, you're feeling like he thinks that you're too much. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying that.
You said dimming your light.
We might can go out. I'll give you an example. Went out with a guy, we hit it off, we were having a good time. I'm in this series called The Stranger in Our House Season 2, shameless plug, on Amazon Prime right now, coming to Tubi. And it's my first dramatic role. Mm-hmm. So he's like, I always watch Tubi. Let's sit and watch it. We watch it on Amazon Prime. We go through it. He watched me do my thing.
Oh, who account we using to watch it? His account. Okay, cool. So he not broke. Just want to make sure.
He got his own account.
He got an account. He got an Amazon Prime account. Just want to make sure. Context.
Let me say this. As far as me asking some of the questions that I'm asking you all, some of it doesn't apply to me because I'm not going to lie. I really don't do a lot of financially challenged. There's nothing wrong with that. I have. You know, I've helped guys go from being a trucker to having their own trucking company, real life. But I think that where I'm at in this aspect of my life.
Excuse me.
That's a good woman, Savannah. That's a good one.
Y'all better ask.
Venture capitalist over here. He's gone from having a bike to having a bike company. He rents bikes at the beach.
I'm too old for potential. I ain't got it. I can't raise you now. When I was in my 20s, possibly, but now I'm in my 30s. I ain't got a potential time right now.
Speaking of that.
So recently I've been seeing this thing that's called gym dates. And I just have a question. What are you doing in the gym that is cute? Because when I'm in the gym, I'm fighting for my life. You know, I'm in an oversized t-shirt that I probably slept in, doing my best, trying not to have an asthma attack. So what did the date consist of?
Okay.
Still confused. I'm still confused on that. I didn't get a good answer.
Good question, actually. Right? Where should you meet someone?
I like meeting people in person. I don't really like online dating because of stuff like that. I tried to do it. It's not for me. People, I don't know. It's just weird. I don't know. I guess other people like it, but I don't like small talk. So online dating doesn't work. I like meeting people out.
I've never done online dating.
It's so much work. It's so much work. You have to if you don't like having small talk conversations, you got to have small talk with 80 people at one time and know that those 80 people are talking to another 80 people. So now it's like 160 people. And then, aren't you the veterinarian? It's like, absolutely not. I'm not the veterinarian. You're talking to
But you worry about a lot of people. All you got to do is focus on your one.
No, it's so many people.
Ooh,
it takes so hard to get to the one.
I know, but you should ask the questions up front that you need to know. But not make it an interview. Make it fun. Like, I believe you're a fun person. But if I'm sitting across from the table with you and you make it sound like I'm in a formal interview, I'm
but
like,
you're not even getting across to the table.
No, I'm saying you be your best self and then let him show up. Because whatever and when you show up and you date as if I know I make things better, then he has no choice but to respond. It's almost like if you tell a guy what you require. Hey, I don't usually like McDonald's. I don't usually like this, but this is what I would like. Once you say what I need, you teach people how to love you, and his response tell you everything you need to know. Everything after that is on you if he didn't show up after you said what you need.
Yeah, but that's why I like meeting people in person. When you do the online thing, you have to talk so long before you even get in person. Like you have to talk for like 2-3 weeks. People want to chat for weeks before they even sit down with you. And it's like, I don't like texting
Can I
say
something? Yeah,
go for it.
Most men are checked out.
Right.
I agree.
Most men are
Especially
checked out
online.
and men are responding to the market.
And let me
Oversaturated.
As a final thought on that topic, you can show up as your authentic self, but you also need to pace it because sometimes if a person is a user, you really tell them how to use you.
Mm-hmm.
I like this, I like that, and they're gonna show up liking this and liking that, so they penetrate.
Isn't that what you do though?
Sometimes, right?
Isn't that what you do though?
No. Anyway,
If your boss tell you what you need to do to complete your job and you do it, is that gaslighting?
Yeah, because
Is that love bombing?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because he told you.
Absolutely.
Because he
There's
told
a
you what
guy
to do.
who's married, so it couldn't have been you. You showed up, you did what you're supposed to do,
Consistently.
You committed once the situation was well. Some people they're addicted to the beginning part, and then once it's time for the commitment, it gets to be too much. But hold on, got some questions real quick.
Let's stick to the script.
Acceptable? Are croutons acceptable on the first date?
Croutons or coupons? Oh, I think you said croutons. I was like, what's wrong with croutons?
You know,
Men are wrong.
Right.
This nigga want croutons.
I mean, look, Caesar salad ass nigga. He got 18 Caesar salads full of croutons.
Yeah.
if a guy pulls out a coupon on a date, is it cool?
I mean, where are we even at where they take coupons? If it's like a amusement park, go park thing, and you got a coupon, okay. So that's like a fun, we outside type of thing. If it's like a fancy restaurant, you got a coupon, where you get that from? I don't even know.
Would
I don't
you
think
pull out a coupon on a date?
I wouldn't.
And how
I
far
would
are we
not.
in?
But if I like you, 'cause I feel like when women like you, they try to save you money.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
That's what I've learned. When a woman really like you, she try to save your money, and them the women you need to marry.
And that's why I was liking going out with her. Anyway, I ain't gonna tell that because my husband might be watching. You know, but everybody that had an ugly guy or
I like how you stick to the script editing yourself.
You would get like 3-4 appetizers. You ordering stuff for your kids to take home. Anyway, are free dates okay? Free date? Free date?
I'm down.
What's a free date?
Yeah, if it's like a good free date, you know,
Me
like
and we not spending money?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
right. I mean, like free to get in. Like if we go to a farmer's market or something, we walking around. Okay, cool. Maybe we'll grab some ice cream or something cute. Then I'm okay with the free date. If it's like, let's watch this game from outside of a fence. Like,
Why your voice got deep on that?
That's
Let's watch this
let's
game.
watch some game from outside
the
of
fence.
a right, through the
Jesus.
fence. Like a
Men are wrong.
Fence watchers.
right. We didn't even need to go in there. I done got this bag of popcorn in my pocket. Like, no,
Okay,
bro.
so now it's time for D-Lo on the streets, and we asked some random folks.
How much should the first date be?
First date is at least a good $150 to $200.
Cute.
If he's taking you to a nice restaurant,
Cute.
just to show you that he likes you. And you know what? That could include the flowers too.
Yeah.
So a good 150
Yeah.
plus your flowers is a good first date.
I love that response, honey. That sounds about right for me. We're going to round it up for 200 for Big Mother.
Okay.
Cute.
Because we want an app and a
Okay, we
dessert.
love desserts. Yum. Give me a churro, please.
Period.
$87.
I'm sorry. Excuse me? How did you come up with that?
No more,
number?
no less.
Okay.
That's all we're doing.
That seems like you do that every week.
That's the price of love.
Fellas, men should always pay for the first date. Men should pay for all the dates, let me tell you.
In real time, I think chai tea and soy milk is the great date for the first, with no phone and no lid. You know what I'm saying?
Sounds
Yeah.
about $6.99.
That part, because we got to get that conversation. I got to get in your head.
Well, it ain't no price tag to no date.
I know that's right.
If the lady's smiling, no matter what the cost, that's what it is.
Okay, period. Well, you heard it first. This is your girl D-Lo Brown, and this is Interviews.
He pandering. It's any bright, long as she's smiling. Get out of here.
How did we get to chai tea so fast?
I don't know. He said almond milk.
Almond milk.
How much should a first date cost, Camielle?
I don't really have a price. I feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm not asking enough because I don't really have a price. I think it's like, for me, I think the first date is more about intention. Like, how well did you listen to me? How well do we know each other? And you pick something that we both would like. So I don't really have a price.
Okay. You don't have a price. Do you have a price amount when you taking before you were married, right? Shout out to wifey.
Yeah.
Did you have like an amount that you felt like I'm gonna spend?
Absolutely not. So I think being a comedian and being fairly successful, I invited her to work. And she's at my job. She's like, oh my God, he's whatever. No, it worked out like that. Now, if I like you, we'll go on a follow-up day, but I don't think there's a certain amount. Because even with my wife, when we first got together, I took her to the beach and we had coloring books. Mm-hmm. And she was not tripping. And we were just talking about our dreams. It cost me all of $5.
That's
and it wasn't tripping, but that's why I said if a woman like you, she'll roll with you.
I agree. I mean, we've all had a 2 for $20s little chili.
Triple dippers. Ain't nothing wrong with a little triple dipper.
And I do agree. I think that, now I will say this, just because we go somewhere nice and do some nice things does not mean I don't like you.
Right.
You know, but I will say it probably is easier to use a person that you don't, depending on where you are. You know what I mean? That's why I tell a lot of single women, not myself, because I'm in a different position right now. But if you really need to go, meet that guy. If you smoke, get your weed, man. If you got problems with your car, you better get one of them guys with the struggle brakes that fix carburetors.
Yeah.
You're going to have to date for where you at and what you need.
I also feel like you should set the tone. It's almost like you saying keeping it real, but if my budget is this, I don't want to start out doing something I don't usually do. And then I flip it up and now you being different. I'm like, well, I didn't have that kind of money. So I'm going to take you where I can afford. And hopefully you like it and you like me. If you don't, let's not go through all this. Because we're not doing love, we're doing lifestyle.
That is love bombing. When somebody takes you to something that they can't afford, they never been to, and then you like, oh, we about to do this for the rest of the time, and they'd be like, oh, plot twist, I need $200 next month for my rent. Like,
what if he think you're expensive though?
Right, but I
don't think that's love bombing if he think you're expensive. Like if you, because here's the thing I'm learning.
Okay.
When I first met my wife, she works at a medical office. These people are going nice dinners and lunches, and WeHo. Mm-hmm. I'm a comedian. I'm eating chicken wings with my homies. I don't even have a reference point for the nicer restaurant. So I had to choose either find something far away or just good food. So we go to the hole in wall with the good food. She's like, oh, this tastes good. And I'm like, that's my alternative versus trying to compete with going to WeHo in the nice restaurants, because she's been to all of them. I'm like, most men don't have a reference point for all the nicer restaurants. Usually our reference point is the last place we took somebody we like.
Yeah. I mean, but I totally agree with that. And what I'm hearing from you is more authenticity. And I think a lot of women and men as well, that's what they want, authenticity. Like, I'm a foodie. So if we can find a little, and don't get me wrong, I don't eat meat. So I do have a lot of limitations as far as my diet, but I appreciate somebody going around and saying, hey, I found something. For you. I found this hole in the wall. Like, I went and had a hot dog. You know what I mean? Little Monty's hot dog. It's like, sometimes it is the thought.
But you like him.
I mean, I probably like him.
I just don't.
That's a hot dog, maybe.
I don't date people I don't like. I feel like I'm missing out.
Well, I think that you don't really know if you like them until you kind of date. Like, you can be on the phone and kick it. Let me tell you something. I could talk to a parent. Okay? Right. It don't make a difference. I'm one of them. Hey, girl, you know. So, of course, the conversation can still be organic, but is it of substance? And once again, especially in our industry, you know, being in entertainment and in comedy, especially for women, because I understand the men say they have some issues too, but it really can be tight for us. You know what I mean? Because of the illusion of how it looks. You're around a lot of men. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And sometimes people...
That's a whole show. Being a black female in comedy.
Oh my God, it's so hard. And
I know it.
Husband. All right, but let's keep going. We have one more clip for Ron. Let's talk about how you broke guys' approach.
Bro dudes, they be loud and aggressive. They don't care. they disrespectful. They be like, hey! My bad, bro. Hey! Hey! Miss Lady, hold up. How y'all doing? Hey, the dude on the inside, he wasn't even funny. Hey, y'all see a girl in a red dress?
Get outside.
I love that joke.
Now he outside.
So he says that broke dudes communicate different. Camielle, as a woman, do you feel like a guy that's considered broke approaches you differently?
Yes. They be like, I feel like they trying to approach you so loud and to get you off your game. You be like, surprise you into a date, bitch. Come on. It's too much. Like when I went to school in Philly, like dudes would be yelling at you from so far down the street. They John, like they'd be like, Pocahontas, Pocahontas. And you'd be like, what? Me? Like red shorts. You'd be like, geez, but then they get all the way up to you and they don't have nothing really of substance to say. It's just the volume. Like they think the volume's gonna do it. And it's
I think volume works sometimes, not just in dating situations. There are some people who think that they're right because they're louder.
Right.
I mean, absolutely.
Broke dudes have audacity. They have all the audacity.
They gotta have audacity. They don't have no money.
Okay, so a lot of broke guys, they say coming up. Let me ask you this. Should men still pay for all of the dates? Is that why men are broke?
I feel like if you're on the digital system, it depends on if you're on the digital system or the analog. Some people on analog and feel like that's the standard, but if you want equality, come get this equality.
Okay. So if
I'm old school.
So, okay.
I'm gonna pay for it, but if you want this equality, I'm gonna need you to go at least reach a little fake reach or something. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I feel like equality. I don't want to say that out loud because I feel like
why? It's your show.
Say it. Boom.
I mean, that's just,
so. Who are you hurting by saying that?
You know how they like to clip it out. Now we going through all this equality. She doesn't like women.
They gonna clip it out how they want to clip it, but you get to feel how you want to feel.
Men are wrong. Men are wrong.
I do feel like equality is overrated in some situations, and I feel like that semantics really plays a role in how we approach this stuff and how we think about it.
I think you're in route to be a wife. That's what that is. That's what it sounds like.
Right. I am. I'm ready. I gotta cry.
Because the ones yelling be super single. Right. The ones be yelling be super single.
I think equality is overrated to people who want a certain type of lifestyle. I believe in a woman can have whatever lifestyle she wants. So if you want to,
all of them.
Or men, I believe everybody should have the lifestyle.
I'm saying like every woman can have all the things. Is that what you're saying?
Not all at the same time. I'm saying they could choose a lane. Like if you want to be,
but every woman can have all the things they want.
What do you mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Like at the same time.
So now he's like, for instance, you know how they say marriage, career, kids, money. He's saying, can a woman have all those things successfully?
I mean, I believe in like, when I say a woman can have all of the things, I mean, it's an archetype. Like if you're a woman that your big thing that you want is to be a stay-at-home mom, I believe you have the right to do that. If you're a woman that, if you're the archetype you want is a CEO, then you have the right to do that. I think you can choose. I believe in any woman's right to choose what life she wants, or men's life, you know. That's
I feel like y'all have all the power and the ability to have the life you say you want, but I also feel like the women who have it all literally built with somebody. That's my take on it. Because I feel like we live in a time now where like I need to get my whatever letters before and after my title, and then I'm gonna find my person. And I feel like you should find your person along the way, and then you can have all the things you say you want. That's my 2 cents.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
Very few can have it all after you got the title.
I mean, I think it's just also, it's like the way that we live in capitalism and the amount of money that you need to have it all. I feel like you're gonna have a hard time doing that without somebody else.
That's my point. No. But that's what I'm saying. Your life is the receipt of your decisions. So if you prioritize your career, you're going to have that. But if you prioritize, I want a family and my career, you can have all the things you want to.
You know, I wanted to answer that so bad. I was over here scratching. I'm waiting on
you. Do it.
Don't forget, this is not what I ordered. So some of this is not what I ordered. So let me say this. I I agree and I disagree. The reason I say that is because, for instance, Ryan, when I was in college, Dillard University, shout out to all my HBCU graduates, right? There are guys that I was like, oh, later on, I should have married him. Or when I came out and I was a social worker, shout out to the state of Michigan for so many years, especially when I was a social worker and a business owner, it was like a focal point. I really wanted to be a housemaker, a homemaker. I wanted to have this business together, maybe do a little property stuff together and all that. But what I will say is if I would have had that, I wouldn't be sitting in this chair right now because the men, and two of them I would have married, this would not
have been enough.
It's not acceptable. They wanted a social worker who sold a little food on the side, who was going to be coming home and doing those things. They didn't sign up for this. So I don't think it would have been something that would have been promoted in my household. And because if I'm a wife and I'm obeying my husband and it's about us being better together, then sometimes you will tuck your dreams and what you really want to do to make the household work. So that's why I say I agree with you, because I could have had a great marriage, but it wouldn't have been fulfilling personally. Then when I found out about comedy, because I was already in my life really going, it was on a bucket list and I started, I agree again, because since I started, it has been difficult to establish a good connection. And especially when you feel like you're on the rise and you're going to do something later, because there are people plotting on that. Look at Kendrick and Mary J. Blige. Kendrick, Kajam, whatever his name is, she ended up paying him a lot of sponsor support. So, and that goes back to the point of me saying, when you tell people everything, sometimes they can say, hey, I want a man who supports my dreams, loves me, loves my son, and eats brownies. Next thing you know, he coming in, girl, you so smart. I love what you're doing. Just trying to get in based on what you told him, instead of that being who he is in the inside.
That's how.
So how do you filter that?
How do you filter that?
Yeah, it's like you talk to somebody and not tell them nothing, and they supposed to figure out what you need, what you like.
I mean, I do be telling them, but it just be like, dang, somebody else know my mama. Was crazy, you know?
No, like, I mean, but that's what happened to me. Like when I was dating my ex-husband, I'm big into like Marvel. I'm big into certain things, and he was like, "Yeah, I like that too. I like that too. I like that too." And then we got married, and he was like, "Nah, I don't like any of that." I was like, "Oh, cool." So I mean, people will definitely use that for your advantage, or for their advantage.
Well, listen, y'all is getting so toasty in here. If we have another question, we're gonna kick it back to D-Lo on the street.
Here with another segment of D-Lo on the street. Hey! Listen, I got my Pooski here with me, Courtney B.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, Courtney.
What up, though, my baby?
Courtney, is it okay for a woman to propose to a man?
But no, bitch, stand up, ho.
Stand up.
What? Who doing that?
Sister, get up.
Why we doing that? Get off your knees. Girl, I would rather sweep sand.
It all depends on a lot of things that I would marry her right then.
You would marry her right then?
If it was you,
I believe
Yolanda, I'm saying
getting down on these knees.
With your type of personality, you know, I would roll like that.
You would roll like that?
That's going to be the quickest I ever pick somebody up. Real quick. That. Yeah, they're like, oh, hey. Pick her up and it's a quick hug after that. Like, what are you doing?
We're gonna act like that ain't happening.
Yeah, no, that's not where it's gonna go.
I mean, it's okay if she does it, but we might have to do a remix proposal.
Okay.
But I'm happy that she did it.
Okay.
But a remix, like, you love me like that? Okay. You know what? I thought you was cheating on me, but I'm gonna go ahead and.
Don't propose to no nigga.
No.
On me, don't propose to no nigga.
If a lady proposed to me, she better be getting down on both knees, as far as I'm concerned. What type of ring is she gonna get? You know what I'm saying? Does it fit my finger or my?
And that's our girl D-Lo on the streets. Don't forget, if you ever want to answer any of our questions, make sure you go follow us, drop a comment, because we would love to invite you to be a part of the conversation. Boom. I'm going to start with a man. No, I'm going to start with a man. Today is going to be fellas first, because you are married. You are a man, and typically men propose. Is it okay for a woman to propose, or is it not what you ordered?
It's okay for her to do whatever she want to do. Again, like we're in a time where women are allowed to do whatever they want to do. But if you want to lead her, you got to let me lead. Now, you can't take my position and then expect me to show up because you're not giving me an opportunity to do that. And I think if you have to propose, there's something lacking where you feel like the time is not on your time. So again, as I mentioned earlier, tell a man what you need, what you require, and how he responds, tell you everything you need to know. Because 12 years later, and then you're getting on a knee, you already got your answer.
Right. I don't.
Now, when you were married, did you propose?
Oh, girl, please. Please. I didn't know I was coming out here to get disrespected.
I'm sorry. I didn't think so. I just wanted to play.
I'm just kidding. Girl,
that's funny.
Hell nah. Hell nah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think it's a good idea. I think if a man wants to marry you, he gonna make that known. And I don't even know, like, if you propose to a man, are you buying him a ring? And now he wearing a ring, you not wearing a ring? Who's wearing an engagement ring? Because
come get this equality.
I'm damned.
Come get all this equality you asked for.
Damned if I'm proposing to a man and then I gotta buy my own ring.
Now, I will agree with that. I think that as a woman, I've never been married, right? So that's why I love the diversity of the panel here, because we got married, we got was married, we got never been, right? I don't see myself doing it, but I can say I've been in situations, especially the first time I was in love, where I would have. You know what I mean? And I think at that time I was desperate to be in that situation, to stay in that situation. So I think when women do that, it comes out of desperation. It's almost like when a woman lies and says, I'm pregnant or something, or you're trying to get pregnant, it's almost like a measure to say, hey, this is what I'm willing to go through to stay with you. But what I will say is how you start things or how you finish things. So if it's always you calling, always you, because I just left a situation like that. Like, it was all good, but I'm not about to keep calling you every 5 seconds. And then, now when I call you, answer, you want to do something. But now I'm turning into the man. You know what I mean? And I don't want that for myself. Now, I don't mind the reciprocity of I call you, you call. Maybe I call you 3 times, you call me once. But maybe after a couple of days and I'm good morning, now you turning me to a good more grand rising.
Absolutely not.
You don't want the equality, T-Bar?
No.
You don't want the equality?
No.
Y'all fought for this.
I think we should have brought somebody else on here because I don't want the equality either.
Y'all fought for this.
Shit.
What? I told you that I'm not.
I want equality. I want to get paid equally.
I want to be treated well.
And
I don't want to be treated badly.
Right.
But, and this is my personal belief, and I think I take a lot of it from my dad too. Rest in peace, my dad had a great dad. Fresh out of prison, in the street, but he was a great
Had a great dad. Fresh out of jail.
You know,
but he made it
but a great dad.
Crazy.
He was so good.
I know that's right, but he was a good dad.
But anyway, but he was a
good dad.
Anyway, he was a great dad.
You could be more than one thing. You
That
could be
grown folk business,
outside.
though.
You could be
All that
outside
stuff is
and be
grown
a
folk
good
business.
dad.
And to be honest,
that's
a
right.
whole nother episode, because I think that it set my expectation for men stepping out as being acceptable at that time. But here, that's a whole
my mama don't play that.
Man are wrong.
Your mama don't play
My
that.
mama don't play
Man
that
are
at
wrong.
all.
Let me tell you something. My mom and dad really didn't know each other. They was in a halfway house
Right.
up in there. Probably the only people they probably could do it to.
20s? 20s?
Yeah, they was young. Yeah. My mom, well, I think my mom was early 30s because my mom did her first prison bid at 18. She came out and did another bid. And when she did the second bid.
So she's still like a child processing like an
so
adult.
me and my sister were
Yeah.
16 years apart.
Yeah.
Because my mom was in prison most of that time. And as soon as she got out, then
Love at the lockup.
love at the lockup. I'm telling you. Shout out to the generations who broke the curse. Okay, I'm sorry. I know. Move on.
That was God telling you to move to the next topic. You got to exit the full screen.
My daddy like
There you go.
this in here.
Exit the full screen.
You in here telling my business.
You ain't here telling my business.
You're in here telling my business. Of course, this is not what I ordered. We got Ron G and Camielle Waters in the building.
Yeah.
And we are talking about relationships. We just did Should Women Propose? Before we get off that topic, is the ring important? Once you do propose, is the ring important?
So kind of like what you were saying with your parents. My parents shaped my understanding too, because my dad proposed when they were fresh out of college, and so my mom got a starter ring, and as they built their lives together, she got a bigger ring. So it like grew as time went on. So that
they built together?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Right. That's what I'm saying. We probably wasn't the best. You probably should have got a different person because I'm like old, traditional old lady.
We analog.
Right.
What you mean? There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm just like a different opinion. But yeah, so I'm team starter ring if that's where your income is and y'all
if you like them.
Huh?
If you like them.
If you like them, you'll take that starter ring. If you don't like them, then you need to bust down these carrots for me to say yes.
Now, I'm going to say this. I think as a young person, fresh out of college and all that, yeah, I will. At this age, you need to be able to come with something decent. Now, I'm not going to say, because personally, I wouldn't even want a stone in my ring. I would take a solid gold band. People sleep on gold. You know what I mean?
No way. You want a gold keychain?
No, I want a thick gold 14 karat band. I might take a Onyx or something because diamonds are not the most expensive rare gem. So I looked up gems that are a little more expensive than diamonds. If we gonna go with something, let's go a little different. Let's maximize this money because we all know the diamonds. Once you take them out of the jeweler, you lost a lot of value on them. And so I want something that they can appreciate.
You what?
I'm gonna need a stone. I just want to put that out.
So
there.
I have a take on wedding rings. I feel like when a man buy a ring, two things. One, it should hurt a little bit when you buy it. And then two, I feel like you should get the ring to make sure she don't feel embarrassed.
Period.
Because I was going to propose to my lady earlier than I did. But again, she working around bougie people. So I didn't want her to look embarrassed. So I had to make sure I had the ring I feel like she deserved. Because I had one that was like, I feel like the more okays, the better the ring. The first one was like 2 okays. The next one was like, okay.
Right.
Because the first one just people be happy for that.
Well, it was one okay. Look, it was nice. And it hurt. But it was one okay. But the one I got her was like, it was about 4 okays.
And I saw
about 4 okays.
I saw something that said, you want, as a man, you should get a ring. You just need to know how far away you want somebody to know that she married. Like, that's the size of ring you should get. Like, the bigger the ring, the further away a man is before they see the ring.
To be honest, they're attracted to the ring.
They don't care.
Like,
they don't care.
I really want to meet somebody else.
Happily married people give off they don't need nothing, and that's attractive to the world.
I think so.
Yeah.
That's why chicks be going after dudes that's married. They don't need nothing.
That's terrible.
No, maybe the dudes is
not chicks, but I guess men do it too. But I hear women say it vocally.
Men do it too.
Vocally.
Men do it too.
Men do it too.
So since we're talking about marriage and we're having this conversation about relationships, let's see.
This is my thing about marriage. I know how it feels to be happily married. I was married for 7 years. I was happily married for 6 weeks non-consecutively. So I know how it feels.
Okay, so Camielle married 7 years. You said happy 6 weeks non-consecutive.
Sprinkled throughout. Just a little.
Okay.
Just a little.
How long did you guys date before you got married?
We dated for like a year and a half, and then we were engaged for like 6 months. But also, he was in the military. We were moving. It was kind of like, we kind of got to get this ball rolling. Like, when we were dating and he got orders to move, I was like, he had to move to California. And he was like, well, you going to move with me? And I was like, I got a job. I can't move to California as your girlfriend. So.
Oh, this ain't put a ring on it.
Right.
Military people get married early.
Right.
That's what I was trying to do the math on. I'm like, why you get married to him if you only been married for 6 weeks? Happy for 6 weeks. But my best friend got married on prom night. And I don't know if he was trying to save on the tux, get the 2 for 1. But
is he still married right now?
Absolutely not.
Okay. How long did you date your wife before you proposed?
I knew under 6 months that she was my person. One was processing how the money was gonna come together, and two, I had to make phone calls.
Okay.
So that was a lot of the time that I was like, what are we doing? Because I had to make phone calls. I had to close out close my windows. I had too many windows open at the time.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I knew within the probably third date she was my person, but the rest was just me processing by myself, because you can't process with your person while you trying to graduate and go to another place. But I knew I was ready to get married.
I mean, but how long? Was it a year that you guys?
I would, like I said, I would have proposed earlier, but I think under a year. I knew within that year, but I proposed to her like a year and a half.
Okay.
But it could have been earlier if I wanted to get the full okay ring.
Okay. And it's nothing wrong with that. I think that sometimes we plan for the wedding more than the marriage. People jump into it. Now they're like, hey, I need a big dress. I need a this or that. And then don't know each other's views on raising kids. don't know each other's views on finances, don't know each other's credit score, don't know each other's views on family. Do you mind if your mama come move in? Some people like, hell yeah, mama coming over. Some people be like, get your mama out of here. Then that becomes a conflict later on. So I do think that time is important to understand and learn those things if you want to have a successful marriage.
Also,
but I could be a counselor.
Also, when you're marrying somebody, you are marrying their family too. Like, you're marrying into their family dynamics. You're marrying into whatever family beef they got going on is now your family beef. Like, why do I have beef with your grandma? That's crazy. Like, right. So you're marrying. It's not just one person. It's like when you're creating a life with somebody. And we were happily dating. We weren't happily married.
Okay.
But the dating was fun.
What do you think changed between that? Because you hear that a lot. That's a popular thing that you hear a lot about. Well, now that we married, it's not the same. We're not having the same sex. It's not spicy. What's the difference do you feel between the dating and the marriage phase?
Well, mine was he just wasn't being honest with what he wanted, with who he was. Like I was saying, like, we used to enjoy dates. We used to do this, like, have the same hobbies. We would go to the same movies. We would watch shows together. And once we got married, he was like, I don't like any of this stuff. And I was just kind of stuck with somebody in the house that I didn't know. And so that was kind of just a crazy change for me. But he's got a lot going on. So it turns out he didn't know himself very well. So that's kind of his own process.
Ooh, I mean, do you feel a difference between the dating and being married?
Yes, it's a huge difference. So a few things. On the women's side, I believe that it goes wrong in a marriage when I say, ladies, the man you with is competing with the man in your head. And I feel like the man you with is fighting for his life, trying to be the magical man in your head. For men, I think the routine for us does something to our drive because men are taught to hunt. So once you start doing routine is not fun. And most good relationships are boring to a certain degree. Like I'm not saying you're a boring person, but the routine of picking kids up, family getting sick, like that takes the hunt out of it. And that's when people get complacent on the men's side. You know what I'm saying? So those two worlds colliding and both of y'all grieving who y'all used to be, nobody talks about that. And then you're talking about when life started life and when you have a kid and the woman that you fell in love with, she ain't there no more because now her priority is the kid. And, she used to be, be able to go out. Now she can't do that. Now she's a mom. And it's like both of y'all grieving this life, but nobody talk about it. That's why you got to communicate. And I know they say communication is key, but you also have to actively talk about how you feel and where you at, the you are here point. Because some of us live in the should. I hear a lot of women complain about a man should and he should. And by this time we should, but should keep your heart sick. And the is what it is. Is we are here. It don't feel good, but I ain't going nowhere. And I enjoy doing this ugly with you. It's my 2 cents.
Loyalty is key, and I think that's a great 2 cents. And let's go to one more marriage clip.
I just celebrated my 4-year wedding anniversary. Appreciate the claps. I married my emergency contact. It was time. Can't be a grown man out here with no emergency contact. I knew it was time to update it because my mama go to bed too early. She take her bra and her wig off. She is not coming out the house under no circumstances. My leg could be falling off. Mama, I need you, boy. If you don't get off this phone, bye, boy. Pray about it. Like, Jesus, Mom.
Ron says he buried his emergency contract.
It was time. I moved out here and I ain't got no family. I need somebody. I need a contact.
Absolutely.
Grown man business.
And what better way to do it than this? But Camielle got a little something to say, too. Oops. Okay, listen. I'm all off today, but we gonna edit that. So I do agree that at some point in time, it's time to be an adult if you're with someone long enough. Because I hate when people are together 7, 8, 9, 10 years and then they say, well, I don't know. So you spent 7, 8, 9, 10 years with somebody and you're not sure. And how long does it take to be sure?
Right.
You know what I mean? So you feel like, it sounds like, let me not put words in your mouth, a man knows in a short period of time?
Yeah, and also depends on the age too. But as I said, as a woman, if you say what I need, how he responds, tell you everything. If you say you want to be married and we're in year 7, at what point who are we blaming? Like, if you say I want to be married, like, look, the type of love I have, I'm gonna need to be in a committed relationship because I know I ain't got no middle. Because when I love a man, I give him all I need, and I can't do that with just anybody. I'm not that type of woman. And you tell a man that you love, that you need this, and he don't respond, that's your answer.
Yeah.
So at that point, should the woman propose? Like, no.
No. I think
At that point, is it just time for the woman to leave? And let me ask you this, because I hear this a lot with women. Is there anything that woman can do to save, or that man can do to save that relationship once the person has decided no?
No, but I also feel like, again, as you state your point, you should, hey, look, I've had a great time with you. Now, obviously, you don't want to get married. I'm going to step away and I'm going to let you be great. I'm not even mad. I'm not upset. That's why I feel like y'all have all the power to have the relationship you say you want, but you got to step in that power. And you're not a victim at some point, because sometimes you can be a volunteer. If you know 10 years in, year one, you want to be married. Now we 10 years in and 3 kids, and you like still complaining about what he's not doing. That's when you wind up proposing. And I don't think that's always a him issue. That's a you setting boundaries for yourself and living in it.
I think it also can be like,
unless he's a liar. Now that's a whole other thing.
Unless he's a liar.
But why we have making kids with liars?
Right.
Because you know that before you have a kid with him.
He was a liar.
He always have. I believe God always. Y'all claim y'all have intuition. I feel like there's never a moment that you didn't see it coming.
But I think
ever.
I think sometimes women are told so much that marriage is the goal, that when we spend we're told marriage is the goal, and that we have a ticking time, like our stock is going down every year. So we have, like, if you spend a certain amount of years with somebody, you'd be like, I don't even have enough years to start over. So I kind of gotta figure it out with this guy, because I'm 30 something. And I feel like if we took the scarcity mindset and the timeline away from women, where it's like, I feel like I'm definitely better now in my 30s than I was in my 20s, like a person, mentally, strength-wise. But I think that's why a lot of women stay. It's just we don't have unlimited time. Like, biologically, we don't have a limited time to have the family that we want. Go ahead.
I also feel like y'all should partner with men to help you find the man you want to be with.
Okay.
Meaning, like, dad, uncle, somebody need to be in your life, because OG gonna give you the answers you could have got year one at hello,
but
versus waiting 6 years.
But I'll say this. That person is telling you what not, but not necessarily putting you in the place to find. So I think
No, I'm saying, like, if you're in a situation and, like, instead of you dragging out an 8-year relationship that's not good, OG gonna be like, nah, that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Just like my mom will tell me, well, my mom now will be like, hey, I don't like that girl energy. Something about her, you know what I'm saying? Because women, y'all pick it up. Like, homegirls always pick it up. All my homegirls have been right about everybody I dated.
But what I'll say is this, though. I think that this is where the problem comes in listening to Camielle. And what you're saying is that, yeah, you can come in and tell me, no, he ain't the one. But a lot of women start feeling desperate about who is the replacement. And I will agree with this. Now, this is something I don't feed into myself. But I remember I worked at a studio for a long time. And first off, they blocked a lot of guys. I come to find out they blocked a lot of guys from talking to me that inquired about me, and just was like, no. But in addition to that, you heard that talk all day, every day about how you older, you're going to have to take somebody, man. There's no men left. There's none of this. There's no good black men.
Who's that coming from?
Other men is what I'm saying. So
other men saying there's no good men left?
Well, yeah, they'll tell you that depending on who you're around. But what I'm saying is
some men are not helpful.
Some
men are not helpful.
Not at all.
If you have a good, like, big brother or a good person that you can trust, but, like, some men are just like, yeah, all niggas are dogs, all niggas cheat.
General,
like,
and I'm not saying like my brother or what I'm saying is I worked around all men, and this is what we talked about all day. Of course, they talked about women all day, subjecting women, and then it would kind of throw over to, because you're gonna be. The only reason I say that is that
where did you work at? People give me all this bad advice.
No free promo around here. The only
type of business. What type of business was?
He was working in entertainment.
Studio,
running screens. I mean, I ran. Trust me.
Okay.
The whole pandemic, but. My point being is that sometimes the people that you're around can really influence your mindset and how you think about things, right? That's just like even in our career with comedy. I'm pretty sure some people you can talk to about your career and they'll be like, oh, LA, all that stupid, all that, da-da-da. And then you can talk to somebody that could be like, man, you got it. Girl, you got it. I think you're going to do well there. and you're gonna feel totally different in each scenario. So that is one thing. Okay, listen, we have been talking. I got a few little questions real quick. Is marriage still the best option?
Who, me or Ranji?
Who want to answer?
You got it.
I think marriage. I didn't have the best experience, but I still believe in marriage.
Okay.
I think it's great to have a partner and a teammate. I think this world is crazy and it can be really hard. And to have somebody that you know's got your back is a great feeling.
Yes.
I think it's dope for people that want it. I believe everybody wants and crave community, but in the time we live in, it's not popular. You know what I'm saying? So depending on what kind of life you want, especially if you're trying to have kids, I feel like kids do a little better having two parents in the household. You get to learn both dynamics of the soft side and the the masculine side. So I'm a big advocate for relationships, but it's also, I believe it's for grown people. Like, it ain't for everybody.
It ain't easy.
And I think marriage is the best option, and I do I believe in marriage. I want to be married one day. Question, does a woman get to keep the ring after the divorce? If you divorce, or does she get to keep the ring?
I mean, I think I don't know. I mean, I think it depends on who you are. I didn't keep the ring because I just didn't want the energy that was tied to it. I was ready to think.
Did you give it back to him?
Yeah, I gave it back just because I didn't want
was
the energy.
Was it a part of the divorce settlement? Did that?
No, when I left, I gave it back. I was like, I just didn't want the energy tied to it.
Mature girl. If the marriage don't work out, do you want the ring back?
I'm a little different. I will always take care of my wife.
Okay.
Even if she's not my person, I'll take care of her because she got my kid.
Okay.
So I need to make sure she's good. The ring is a byproduct of all the things, but we talking about houses and assets and stuff like that. The ring is a small thing.
Okay. Do zodiac signs matter? Yes or no?
I don't know. I'm an Aries. I don't know what that means, and so I guess not.
I'm gonna say they do if you make them important. I think what's more important is being an adult, because sometimes people blame they crazy on they sign, and it don't matter what your sign is if you ain't trying to be an adult.
That job because I'm a Scorpio.
Right.
Punch people in the eye.
Right.
You need to work on yourself.
Scorpio.
Hey, you a felon too. You a felon too. This ain't got nothing to do with the month of April.
No, you do your job.
But I also feel like I don't believe in astrology. I don't believe in what is it, like my soulmate, all that. I don't believe in none of that. All that matters is if somebody trying to be an adult with you.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna say this. I feel like I believe in astrology more than zodiac because of science behind it from years and years. You talk Nostradamus, but I don't think that American culture views it the way that we should, like if Asian culture. But that's a whole nother.
But does that tie into compatibility with another person? No, that's what I'm talking about. Like,
absolutely, the year you were born, all types
the year you were born determined.
The year of the dog, the year of the monkey.
So two full adults can't work out because of when they were born.
No, I don't think they can't work out, but I think that it can kind of get, so for instance, it's just a general pattern. For instance, I'm from Detroit, right?
Yeah.
It's some stuff that people from Detroit, we're going to say pop. We say gym shoes. We eat certain things. Now, of course, it's going to be somebody from Detroit like, I stay soda. But generally, people in Detroit say pop. Now, that doesn't dictate what kind of pop. I don't even drink pop. So all of that is going to be an individual base. But I think that some things are true based on zodiac pressure.
But are we talking about in area to relationship though? Like
yeah.
Okay.
I got a question.
Because I know people who are bad with money. I feel like sometimes that's attributed to their sign.
Oh, is that why?
Hilarious.
Okay. What was your question?
Maybe
Okay. Man, we about to do I shouldn't say this.
Oh, okay. My quick question. So back to the emergency contact thing. Would you be mad if you were dating somebody whose ex their ex has them as an emergency contact?
Yes.
Oh gosh.
But what period of time though?
My ex-husband I'm still his emergency contact. He's not my emergency contact. My emergency contact is my mama. But I'm still his. But I don't.
He ain't got one.
Huh? He don't got one.
He ain't got one.
He don't got one. So, but like, would you, if you're dating somebody, would you be mad if you found out that they?
I had a better one. I talked to this girl. I talked to this girl I like, but her ex was paying her car note.
Okay.
And she's like, he bought me this car, and he's still paying on it. And I'm like, y'all still got ties. You can have that. And I stopped calling her.
Dang.
Is that how you feel about the emergency? I'm trying to figure out, do I need to tell this man he needs to get an emergency contact? Because I'm trying to date and I don't know.
I mean, but here's the thing. Will you show up for him? Will you show up for him?
I kind of have to. He's my daughter's dad. I got to show up.
I didn't say kind of have to. I'm saying, will you?
Yeah.
So he in the hospital and you in a full, if I don't know if you're dating right now, but if you're in a full relationship and this man is in the hospital in another state, you gonna go?
Yeah.
Well,
he on his deathbed.
Right.
He got the right person.
He got the oxygen machine. Your man right here.
He got the right person then.
Is that bad?
It doesn't matter until you date somebody. When you date somebody, that's when it matters.
So I gotta ask
because you gotta respect their thoughts on it.
So let me say this, but you saying dating. When you're talking that type of commitment, I think that goes into engagement and marriage. But at the same time, that's a conversation to be had in the very beginning. Because that's just like on Christmas, right? Some people will say, yeah, my kid's father and my kid's mother can go open the presents with their kids when they wake up. Some people like, hell no, you're not finna go over there and spend the night. I know people where the exes are cool, because I always wanted that for myself. I'll be like, my baby daddy like my brother. I swear to God. I'll be like, but they just don't want to be my brother.
But also, you set the tone. You set the tone for how you present that too. Right. You know what I'm saying? So even you, I would, if I get serious about somebody, like, hey, look, FYI, my ex, he put me down for his emergency contact. He's not mine, but I'm just letting you. I feel like that's fair to say that.
After we get into the,
that's what we're talking about, right? Isn't that what you brought it up? Yeah. Hey, hello, you don't do this. I'm talking about we talking about when you get serious.
My baby daddy is my emergency contact.
I'm his emergency contact. He needs to find somebody. I need to talk to somebody.
What a great show, my God, relationship. Okay, it's not what I ordered the last one. So, in the truth, with T-Barb. And it's time for I Shouldn't Say This. This is the point where we're going to give our guests an opportunity to say something that's really on their mind that they normally wouldn't have a chance to say or really shouldn't say. I'm going to go ladies first on this one. Camielle, I shouldn't say this, but...
I say stuff I shouldn't say all the time. What's been recently on my mind? Oh, I shouldn't say, I don't like when, speaking of relationships, I don't like when a woman's pregnant in a relationship with a man and he says we are pregnant. It pisses me off because you're not pregnant. She's pregnant. You're Uber Eats, okay? You're DoorDash now. So I shouldn't say this, but I don't want to hear nobody else announce a pregnancy like, we're pregnant. No, sir, you're not pregnant. As somebody who's been pregnant, your ass ain't pregnant.
Oh, okay, Ron. I shouldn't say this, but...
I feel like pandering to women is the most profitable business in the U.S. right now. I feel like when you lie to women and keep them single, it's the most profitable thing you can do in this country because single women spend a lot of money and women in relationships usually spend their money on their kids. And what I learned is you can't tell them the truth because it's against the agenda. And that's usually when people get mad at you and want to cancel you because you're being honest. But I feel like in order to have the relationship you want, there has to be some level of truth attached to what's being spoken. Because as much as you want to hear it and feed your ego, you also are a client at the same time. I did a panel one time, relationship panel, and me and my podcast buddy was telling, this is what good men think, which y'all complain there's no good men, but this is what good men think. We both married, we saying how we feel. And then the two people, one was a relationship coach and the other one was a matchmaker. And everything they said was pandering toward keeping women single. Because if she get married or find somebody, she's no longer a client.
I agree. That's what they said about a lot of dating apps. But that's a whole nother episode of Not What I Ordered. I'm going to give a shout out to my guests, Camielle Waters and Ron G. Can you guys tell them where they can find you, what you have coming up next, how they can keep in touch with you?
Okay, I'll start. On IG, I'm Camielle Waters Comedy. My website is Whiskey Mom Comedy. So if you're looking for me, buy me a shot. I'll probably show up.
That's dope, man. Follow me, comedian Ron G, comedian RONG. I have a comedy special that I'm about to shoot. I'm really excited about it. So literally 17 of my friends got divorced, and my comedy special is me unpacking why I believe they got the divorce. Like you can tell, I love relationship stuff and this is my jam. And I believe that if you want love, you can have the love you say you want if you have the right tools. You know what I'm saying? So my special is all about that. And that's like my whole platform. If you see me perform or see my post. So comedian RONG, follow me on all the things. And I can't wait for y'all to see my special. And also go to my YouTube page, comedian RONG, where it will may drop. We'll see what happens.
I feel like Ron G and Camielle, amazing guests. And I also feel like, listen, this might can spin off to a little dating show. Maybe Ron is the new millionaire.
Yes. Fix it, Ron.
Yeah, why Ron? Y'all can do a little thing when y'all hooking people up because you got some good single friends. Okay, and of course, it's time for things to get on my nerves because I know you've been waiting the whole show just to find out what's getting on my nerves. And since we were talking about relationships right now, what's getting on my nerves right now is inconsistency in communication, okay? It's no point of linking up with a guy or a girl and lying when there are so many people that just want to hook up, they just want to be cool. So when you meet somebody and they want that relationship, they want that marriage, stop pulling the wool over their eyes because it's fun. You know what I mean? Because that's what you want to do. Stop calling somebody and telling them, hey, girl, I love you and your mama. Then next week, bitch, what you talking about? You just said you love me. Okay? I'm outside with the guac pot and some cornbread because you said you love me. Now this week you act like you don't even know me. Now I got to just keep walking past you with some big booty anyway.
That vein is serious.
Listen,
you saw the vein?
Listen, did you see the vein pop out?
I'm upset.
So, fellas, ladies, keep it real. Stop lying, okay? Let's just be a little more honest because in today's world, you can get whatever you want just by saying that you want it. Of course, I'm T-Barb. That's things that get on my nerves. And this is not what I ordered. We want you to make sure that you tap in with us. Go follow us on all social media platforms. And don't forget, we'll see you next week for another episode.